don't kill them, re-release them, because I know when this episode was filmed, honeybees are still an endangered species.
Well, with that silica gel, what I immediately thought, if you're blowing it on them, is that bees breathe through the holes in the top of their head called sphericals, and if you're spraying gel on them, you're basically suffocating them.
Yeah, I guess that too.
Which is kind of how like wasp freeze works, because when you hit them, it attacks their nervous system like that. So, but yeah, I don't kill it. Does he still have a current show, or is it just reruns? Because I haven't even bothered to look.
No, he doesn't have a current show. He actually, I got the Wikipedia page pulled up right here.
I bet you he's had some legal troubles too. I'd love to find out if he had that.
Yes, he has.
Billy the Exterminator.
He actually had some legal troubles because he got arrested for having synthetic marijuana on him.
Oh, right. Oh, but I tell you, that's a stretch. Looking at him, I would have never figured that out.
Yeah.
Wow. I would have had no idea at all that he had some type of marijuana.
In late 2012, Brendan left Vexicon. I don't care. We'll name the company. Because of personal family issues, and moved to Illinois, officially ending the show after 6 seasons. In October 2015, Billy's brother Ricky started hosting a YouTube series called Vexon the Exterminators. In 2016, Chorus Entertainment and Proper Television began airing an original series named Billy Brenton for CMT in Canada, titled Billy Goes North. The show premiered in the United States on April 5th, 2017, as the 7th season of Billy the Exterminator. In 2020, Billy's brother Ricky started airing season 2 of the web series on YouTube, now featuring Billy and Billy's son Bryce as recurring cast members.
Lovely. Yeah.
Actually, he got his start on Mike Rowe's Dirty Jobs. That's where they started. That's how he got to start in television.
Now that's a great show.
That is a great show.
I love that show, man. Yeah.
That is actually part of my inspiration of working in pest control. Is you do the jobs that people don't want to do.
Yeah, that's true. That's exactly
Nobody
what it is.
wants to deal with their bug issues.
No,
so you do it.
Yep.
People pay you.
Well, I'm speaking of Mike Rowe and Dirty Jobs and doing pest control and stuff. I watched him do one with like mold remediation and stuff, which some pest control companies do. And I had an episode today, a personal experience today. There was a callback for what they said was fruit flies. And we went to the second floor condo, and they were talking about seeing fruit flies coming up from under their sink. Well, we also had keys for directly below them, and we went down there, and apparently the condo had flooded, and the moisture had just sat there in the place, locked up, and there was black mold from floor to ceiling. And as soon as that door opened, I'm like, that's not fruit flies, that's fungus gnats. That's what that is. That's fungus gnats. And damn sure enough, man, fungus gnats all over the place. Somebody had the gall to take one of those little tiny plug-in-the-wall bug zappers for like inside your house. And there was a glut of them around it was just, it was nasty. I even took pictures, so I'll post pictures on the Facebook page. It was nasty.
Yeah, I want to see those.
Well, yeah, no, Mike Rowe, I guess that kind of fits into the pest control and media with Dirty Jobs, because you want to see some actual reality stuff, and that's the show to watch. Not this Billy the Wish I Was an Exterminator because he joined the military and wanted to do one thing and said, no, you're probably better off with biology. You're not going to protect our country, you're going to protect our barracks by killing bugs. So,
hey, I wouldn't mind going into that, but I also know that's what I could do.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm trying to find more ways to poke fun at Billy the Exterminator. I mean,
his hair.
He looks like a bad Ted Nugent decoy. That's what he looks like. So, and yeah.
He does. But him just talking about stuff, even with like the roaches, he's like, yeah, they got cockroaches. He's not even going into detail. These are German cockroaches. They blah, 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 blah. He's just calling them cockroaches.
Right.
Which is like, dude, if you are into biology and this is supposed to be a reality edutainment show, talk about them. Let people know where they come from. You know, he did talk, though, that go into the motors and go behind refrigerators and stuff like that usually. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's true, but you need to talk about the different types of roaches, because you can't say just, oh, roaches.
Yeah.
Because then everybody's watching who's going to be like, oh, I saw a roach in my house. And so that means I need to get pest control out here. I mean, well, you should get pest control.
Right. Right.
Saying you shouldn't. Upstate South Carolina, well, I'm not going to name my company, but
South Kakalaki.
South Kakalaki, need pest control, let us know, we'll be out there. But, you know, you don't have an infestation of cockroaches.
Right. Right.
You're fine.
And,
yeah, they did.
Now, yeah, I want to hear the word Uthika. I want to hear the word insect growth regulator. Say IGR, you know, say something. I want to see you start pulling off switch panels and outlet plates and dusting and all that. That's what I want to see you doing. I don't want to just see you say cockroach and start vacuuming shit.
Yeah, spraying some natural pesticide thing, which, I mean, can be fine if it works, and then just vacuuming them up.
Yeah, most of that natural stuff, the problem with the natural stuff, to me, is that it's a repellent. I mean, if it has a smell like that, it's going to be repellent. I mean, it's not like roaches can't smell things. And you're just going to push them in the wall, which I'm sorry. Well, it's safer. Well, if it's a pesticide, I don't care if it's made out of something natural. If it's a pesticide, it's engineered to kill something. So it's no more safe than me pulling out some Phantom and Gentrol. I know that's old school. I know people like Alpine. I don't want to hear it. I'm old school. I'm old. So I'll take my Phantom and Gentrol any day over your Alpine and Nylar or whatever you're using.
Yeah.
So there. Take that, young motherfuckers.
Motherfucker.
How about,
right, so we're gonna...
What you got? What you got? What's next?
We're going to move on to Dale. So this is the next episode. We're going to talk about the King of the Hill, which we're going to come back to King of the Hill because I could only do 2 episodes because I had so many notes and so much to talk about with it. It was a season 7, episode 10. So in this episode, Megalomart, which is kind of like a parody of Walmart, Hank is doing the propane for. He's talking to the manager. The manager is like, "Hey, Hank, like we got some rats in here. Do you know a good exterminator?" Hank doesn't really want to do it, but he ends up recommending Dale because Dale had just lost a customer or whatever, and he needs the income so he can pay his wife's insurance, her medical insurance, because she thinks he's already paying it.
Right, right.
She'll
kill me.
She'll kill me. So Dale ends up going in there. In the middle of the day, too. Not like early in the morning or anything like that. Talking to the manager.
Right.
In his uniform. With his truck parked just right outside in a handicap spot sideways.
Of course.
Of course. But he ends up going into the ventilation. Like the top part ventilation, you know, or like Die Hard, what's his name?
Like Bruce Willis.
Like Bruce Willis crawling through that. He's going up there laying traps.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. And he like sets a snap trap, and he sets it with poisonous bait.
Okay.
Which I'm like, why would you do that?
That's the double action Dale Gribble special.
I guess that's killing one rat with 2 stones.
That gets possible, yeah.
Yeah. So he's
did there.
Yeah. So he is like laying traps in the middle of the day there, freaking out that they're not working, trying to catch these rats that they think they have in here, blah, 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 blah. well, talking to some teenagers, he hears something they say. He also notices the security cameras have been chewed on by a monkey, or he thinks it's a monkey, because he's got a bite from a monkey, a baboon to be more precise, that he keeps in a bite journal. So he keeps written down every bite he's ever had. So he's reading through it. No, possum, possum, possum. Hang on, the baboon. And, he thinks the store has baboons. Well, then talking to the some teenagers, they think that there's a human living there. They're just messing with him.
Right.
So, Dale ends up calling, or Hank ends up calling him out, asking him how things are going, and then he's like, "Oh, well, I'm staying overnight here, blah, 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 blah." And Hank's like, "Well, I need to get down there then, get the other friends." They go down there, getting their uniform, getting Dale's uniform, just in case a manager comes by. They think that they're part of Dale's crew. Well, he's trying to hunt a human. He thinks it is Chuck Mangione.
Oh, feels so good.
Feels so good. Which, if everybody's ever watched King of the Hill, you'll notice that as the mascot of Megalo Mart. But a lot of people don't know he is actually a real person.
Oh no, he most certainly is. My dad used to watch the Golf Channel, and as they would segue to and from commercial spots, they'd play the
which they do that for that show quite a lot. I actually was in I think I was in a Goodwill, and I ended up finding that record, like the vinyl record, and it was pretty much like brand new, and I think I got it for like 50 cents or something like that. I'm like, this is fucking awesome.
Awesome. Have you listened to it?
I've listened to it a little bit. I need to get a new record player. My record player kind of sucks.
You got to admit,
so
that
I've
dude
listened
can
to it
play.
a little more on Spotify.
That dude can play, though. He's good.
Oh, he's a fantastic fucking brass player.
Yeah, he is. He is. It's a relaxing. I mean, it's actually a good song. It's a really mellow song.
Mm-hmm. So. But yeah, he thinks that Chuck Mangione is in there because he ended up finding a CD with the price change to like $34 for a CD. And he had just bought that CD for $2 down at the convenience store or the drugstore just a couple of days ago. So they're going for the store. It's like Dale and Hank, Bill and Boomhauer, and Bill and Hank, and Boomhauer, they don't believe that Chuck Mangione's really there, and they're like laying out traps and everything. And I'm watching them lay, Hank's laying out sticky traps, but he's just laying them out in a line in the middle of an aisle.
I'll tell you what, we're going to catch ourselves a rodent.
Or they're putting snap traps out.
Right.
With no bait.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I've got a story about people thinking that yellow thing is supposed to represent a piece of cheese.
I forgot that. But it didn't look like that. It looked like the ones you get at the store. Not
with
the ones we get.
With the little cheap-ass brass triggers on them?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Hate those.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't buy those. But so they're going for the store. Well, they end up seeing a rat go by. Dale picks it up, looks at it, and sets it back down. Hank's like, "What the hell are you doing? You just caught the rat." And he's like, "No, that's one of the 5 highly trained rats I let into the store. I'm trying to use those to flush out Mangione. And then I'm going to use a mongoose to catch those."
Oh, my God.
And so there's a mongoose in the store trying to catch the rats as he's using the rats to try to flush out.
On the next episode of Billy the Exterminator.
Yeah.
That sounds like something he'd do.
Yes. It comes to find out that Chuck Mangione is, in fact, living in the store. And he didn't realize when he signed his contract that he would have to be to every Megalo store opening, which they open 400 a year.
Oh, boy.
Which, that's at least one store per day.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like, I'm living in the store to stick it to the man. But they end up catching the teenage kids who